Hey everybody, it's Allie and welcome to our Y&R Chat for Sunday, November 16th, 2025. Phyllis and Kane are gonna do it. I know because I saw the previews. They're at least gonna kiss again. Woo! Mrs. Summers, you're trying to seduce me. Ooh, I hope Kane knows what he is getting himself into. He's been warned. Because I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but Phyllis can be a bit obsessive. And as soon as Lily gives him an inch, which it looks like she might be soon, you know he's just going to dump Phyllis, run back to Lily, and Lord help him, he is going to wish that his biggest problem was arabesque. Which sounds like a delicious soup, by the way. I don't say arabesque very often, but it sounds like a bisque. Arabesque. Yeah, apparently Kane's billion-dollar empire is crumbling under the weight of his own AI technology that Victor has unleashed upon him. But it kind of feels like a big old nothing burger to go with our soup. I mean, Kane doesn't even care. He literally said, well, easy come, easy go. But I can't help but wonder, how does this affect his train empire? Does he still have enough cash to keep one train on each continent? Or is he not one train on every continent rich anymore? Perhaps he can keep the American train, but then liquidate all the other 6. I actually like this for Kane. I think this feels like a good chance to give Kane's character, you know, a zhuzh. Kane came onto the show too strong, in my opinion. He had big train energy. He had a train complex. My train's bigger than your train, plus I have 7 of them. But now he's lost his empire, and I think this could be very humbling for him. And I like that idea. I like the idea of getting to know the softer Kane, the humbler Kane. But I don't feel his loss because he doesn't seem to care. I wish he cared a little. He seems to see it as just an opportunity to, I mean, his attitude's almost too good. He sees it as an opportunity to get back with Lily and the kids. And yet he finally told Lily this week, was I really so bad? Is what I did really so bad? Or did you just not love me as much as I thought you did? Boom! Finally, he pushed back. I was happy to see it. And I just bet that if Lily thinks that she can't have him, if Lily suddenly starts to see him putting his foot down with her after she has now seen him kissing Phyllis in public, then I think that Lily is all of a sudden going to turn around and she's going to be a whole lot more forgiving. Hey, the peppermint cocoa is back at the Chancellor Park Cafe. Nate likes to let his hot chocolate marinate. What? What are you looking at me like that for? I didn't say anything. I am just stating the facts. It's what he said. He likes to let his hot chocolate marinate. Here's another fact. Apparently, Amy is off screen whooping it up with Tracy and Nina. How about that? They are having a good old time together, bonding over their dead sons. I mean, gee, am I the only one who's like, man, that's the scene I want to see? I wish Phyllis would have been available to take that phone call from Sharon. I mean, can you even believe that after all this time, and of all the people that Sharon has met in her life, when she is feeling this far down and this scared, she calls Phyllis. Ugh, I love that. They share a bond now. Ugh, why couldn't Phyllis have picked up the phone? Dang, I would have liked to have seen that. Sharon is terrified, and she's being as strong as she can possibly be, confronting this darkness. And honestly, the whole Matt Clark thing, now that I've had time to let it settle, it is dark. Matt is dark. The shadow room is dark. And I think I didn't fully realize how dark the show is right now until Pietro shined his little light on the show. And all of a sudden I'm smiling and laughing, and I had some contrast, and I after that, everything else just felt like, meh. Sharon is suffering, and she was sitting with Nick this week trying to psych herself up. You know, Phyllis didn't answer the phone. Nick is, you know, he's there to an extent. But Sharon said something like, okay, I'm going to help myself psychologically. This thought is not helpful. That's what I always tell my clients. And I thought, what clients? When was the last time we saw Sharon do anything but be tortured? She's never even at the coffee house anymore. All year, it's just been Sharon torture. First Cameron, and now Matt, and then next week the fire alarm is going off, and Sharon whips open the hotel room door, and Matt is standing there all scary-faced. Man, I really thought we were going to be getting a Nick and Sharon reunion. Like a Nick and Sharon wedding. I mean, instead we're getting the Danny and Christine wedding, and of course I'm okay with that, but I kind of feel like Danny and Christine got the wedding that was meant for Sharon and Nick, and instead we're getting the Matt Clark drama. And I'm kind of wondering how you guys are feeling about Matt Clark this week. Is this a thumbs up or a thumbs down? That's our poll question at yrchat.com. Do you give the Mitch Matt return story a thumbs up so far or a thumbs down? We're a couple weeks into it, so I feel we can accurately assess now. I don't know. I'm sort of leaning thumbs downy. I'm feeling downy. But I will say, Noah and Sienna, on the other hand, I think they have really good chemistry. And I'm really glad that we got to know her first, because I'm already predisposed to like Noah. The actor's cute, he's strong, he's a legacy character. But I really think it has helped me getting to know Sienna first, so that I'm okay with her kissing up on him. And I loved the moment of Nick looking through the hospital door window and seeing them kissing and seeing everything falling into place. He said, that's my boy. Following his passions. Following his passions. And I mean, from a bird's eye view, it looks clear to me what happened. I feel like this is just my theory, but I think Matt was probably out for a long-term psychological game when it came to Noah and Nick and Sharon. I assume he was pretending to be an investor in Noah's club. But I don't think he counted on Noah hooking up with his wife. I think that's where the plan changed, and he went ballistic and tried to have Noah killed. The cop was in on it, but that didn't work. He didn't succeed in killing him, so now he has to come up with a plan B. Now, I liked Noah just getting himself up out of his hospital bed, checking himself out, going straight to the club, and Matt being like, hey, buddy, good to see ya. I mean, have I not been there for you? I thought we were friends. So why did you sleep with my wife? That was a really nice, twisty moment that had a lot of suspension, so a lot of suspense and thrill with it. Nick has separately convinced Sienna that her husband isn't who she thinks he is. Have you ever met his family? Have you ever seen some photos of him from a long time ago? No, you don't really know this guy. And it hit a nerve with her. I don't know why she wouldn't have come up with that on her own, but it hit a nerve. She runs back to Mitch, confronts him. He threatens her. And now next week, she and Noah are both going to wake up in some kind of dungeon. And I don't know if I can handle this after everything that Sharon and Phyllis went through. I just want to go back to Genoa City and get out of this dark club and into some fall foliage. Did you see the beautiful fall foliage outside of the ranch window? I love that sunny seating area. What did we call? We decided what we were going to call it. I think we just decided it was the sunroom. That's accessible enough for me. But that area with the little table, the little patio table, it's almost like a indoor patio. It's gorgeous, and the light was just hitting Adam's cheekbones in just the right way, spilling across his face, making him look extra beautiful as he was plotting Billy's downfall. I mean, I think Adam is right to want that. Billy did punch him last week or the week before. So Adam's not wrong to want to retaliate. But unfortunately for Adam, he's not going to get very far, because Adam revealed that his plan to create a distraction for while Victor's taking down Jabot, a distraction for the Abbotts, what Adam is going to do is try to find out who the Abbott Communications investor is and convince them to pull out, leaving Billy, flat on his face on another business launch adventure. But what Adam doesn't know is that it's Jill, and Jill is certainly not going to just pull funding because of something that Adam tells her. Or is she? Ooh, no, I don't know. I can't see it, but I don't know. Maybe Adam can convince Jill that Sally and Billy are mismanaging things. Jill already seems to have a problem with Sally's hiring choices. But I mean, really, why would Jill care if Audra was working there? I mean, Audra's biggest secret isn't even out yet. Tessa is such a beautiful damsel in distress, bursting onto the scene and saying that she went to visit Mariah again, but was turned away. Mariah and the facility would not even let her in. See, this is a big red flag to me. I think clearly this place is a cult. She's in a bad spot. I think Mariah is being gaslighted. Because I cannot think of any other reason why a legit mental health facility would suggest isolating yourself this hard would suggest cutting yourself off from the people who love you and want to be there with you, but I don't know. I mean, Tessa's not really a problem. Mariah's core issues are not with or about Tessa in any way, so why? The only thing I can think is that it all just serves the plot purpose of sending Tessa weeping into Daniel's arms. Oh, please, can you just be my friend and offer me tissues? Sure, friend. Friend who I dreamt about having sex with last week. I mean, she knows she did that. She knows she has feelings for him. She knows she had a sex dream about him. And she knows she kissed him. Now, I don't envy Tessa's position at all. She has done everything she can to fight for her marriage. But fighting for the marriage takes two people. So at this point, I do feel like Tessa has done everything that she can do, and it is probably smart for her to start preparing herself for a divorce so that she can move on with her life. But I do also think it seems a little disingenuous to go running to someone who you know you're attracted to, calling him a friend, and acting like it's just a shoulder to cry on. Oh, Y&R feels so dark right now, but Pietro just came right in like a ray of sunshine and just sprayed his little light all over the place. Ah! You guys, I love Pietro so much. In 10 minutes, he just brightened up the whole show. And I'm really impressed with Jay Rodriguez. I mean, that was a lot of lines. Pietro had one idea after the next, firing one after the next rock star wedding, Christine on a half shell, an elephant. You know, not that he recycles ideas or anything. But I could hardly keep up with him. It was all moving so fast, and it just jumbled my brain right up in the most wonderful way. And Danny was just sitting there egging him on like, oh yeah, we should have our guests arrive dressed as animals. For a second, honestly, I couldn't tell if Danny was really into it or if he was just messing with us. And the whole time, Christine was just sitting there with her big, beautiful blue eyes, not wanting to be rude, but really just wanting a simple wedding. And then the way that Danny turned it all around, complimenting Pietro on his ideas, and then letting Pietro think that he kind of came up with the idea of simplicity. It was just so brilliant, and it was so kind, and it was so Danny. And then to suggest powdered donuts instead of a wedding cake? I don't know why, but there is something about that feels completely right. Maybe because it is much, much smaller portion sizes, and Christine would actually be able to eat one. We're not all degenerates. I don't know why that line stuck out to me, but it did. We're not all degenerates. Who do you think said that? If you want to find out, you should go to yrchat.com. Also, go to yrchat.com this week and wish a happy birthday to Ambrini on November 20th. Oh my goodness, Ambrine, I hope you're doing well and that you have a beautiful autumn birthday this year. Hey, Tina Cole, I can't even believe we're hearing from you, Tina Cole. With everything that's going on with you, what a pleasure. I'm extra, like, wow, she has time also to watch Y&R and comment. I'm impressed. Tina Cole says, I feel for Tessa. The fight in her head between wanting to fight for your marriage, but also when do you say this is not working, and how long do I stay in this limbo state with Mariah? When is it okay for her to say, it's okay for me to walk away? I can't imagine being thrust into basically being a single mom and feeling so alone. I mean, no doubt, my empathy is with Tessa as well, and I think it is time to let go. I mean, I think she's done everything she can do. Mariah has told her no on multiple occasions. Now Mariah is shutting her out from communication altogether. It's not reasonable or fair for Mariah to expect that that would be okay and that it would not result in divorce. So I know that Tessa still loves her, but I think it is time for Tessa to emotionally move on, and she's already halfway there. Russell says, Pietro is back to put together another event. Will he be shot down again? Sounds like it. How does he stay in business? I bet he and Audra could come up with something. Hopefully he'll team up with Phyllis to help with the wedding. Ha 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 ha. Well, I love your idea of Pietro and Audra going into business together. That's really good. Audra could go into business with Pietro, and they have a wedding planning business now. I want Pietro to be the Genoa City's wedding planner forever and ever and ever. He's delightful. And Audra could be a fun partner for him. Hey, Stephen says, what is a small intimate wedding without the Maharaja dressed groom riding an elephant into the ballroom, followed by groomsmen with shovels awaiting the inevitable? Danny just put up with it too. He just was like, that was so funny. I mean, it was the same shtick as it was with Nikki's birthday party planning, but I don't care. It worked for me. It made me happy. It was a great contrast to the dark drama. Here's Gary's review of Pietro. Fun, but too over the top and out of control. Corny. Pietro should have been fired immediately the first time he stepped into Nikki's birthday planning. Who would put up with him? Let Kyle design the nuptial event. He was once a wedding planner. Danny was wonderful playing off Pietro. Christine looking beautiful on my living room TV too. Don't want to come down too hard on this bit of fluff. I like Pietro better than Billy or Kane, but after his previous assignment on the show, who would recommend him? Too much stress trying to put the brakes on him. But Danny and Christine have a sense of humor. Keep having fun, kids. You earned it. I really liked, Gary, how Christine came in and said, I have some notes. And Pietro was like, yeah, we don't need your notes. And then at the end, he was like, yeah, just email those to me. And she was like, okay. Like he's the only game in town. Oh, well, Russell says, we could all see Lily was not able to tell Kane that he had zero chance with her. She has a bit of feelings left. She might even have been jealous when she saw Phyllis kissing Kane. Triangle forming. Oh, no doubt Lily was jealous. Not a doubt in my mind. Also not a doubt that there's a triangle. But I just am not sure Phyllis is going to stand a chance here. Kane has made it very clear that he loves Lily. He wants Lily. Although I don't know if Crystal Khalil goes off on her maternity leave, maybe Y&R will spend some time convincing me that Kane and Phyllis have a for real shot more than just, a one-time fling. Sue W. says a Phyllis, Kane, Lily triangle would be so good. I could see Phyllis developing feelings for Kane despite snarky denials she'd likely have, but not Kane for her. Then all Soapy Heck can break loose when Kane would betray and or dump her, because of course he would in a hot minute, motivated by both his love for Lily and revenge for his stolen AI as such, or whatever it is. Well, that's the factor that's out there too. Kane suspects that Phyllis stole his AI, and he told Lily that he was just working an angle. But then after things went south with the conversation with Lily, he ran right back to Phyllis and was seeming very genuine. Now, he is either down and broken and deciding to, he wants some affection and he likes Phyllis's attention and he wants some, or he's more bound and determined than ever to find out who it was that stole his AI, and if it was her, he's gonna get back at her. So I mean, the fact that she's keeping this major secret from him doesn't bode well for the relationship, but it also does make for good foreplay. The cat and mouse game. Victoria says, in my humble opinion, the seduction conversation between Kane and Phyllis was poorly written. It was so boring. I didn't feel any passion. It was too analytical. If Y&R is going to go there, make it hot and forbidden, please. Yes, hot and forbidden, please. I didn't recognize that the dialogue was particularly boring. I was there. I was with it. I liked her beautiful green dress, and she was leaning in deeply to his face. And honestly, it was the first time that I got a hint from him that he had any interest in her. Everything has been so vague between them for so long. I think I was just glad that they were actually putting it out on the table that, okay, there is some chemistry here. Be it real or not, at least verbalizing it was helpful to me. Connie says it was definitely too much talk and not enough action. And it did get a reaction from Lily, and that is the end game. You know, you're right, Connie. Maybe that is the end game. Maybe Kane caught a whiff of Lily not liking him being with Phyllis, and maybe he just realized, aha, that's my angle. I'm going to start hooking up with Phyllis, let Lily see it, let her get jealous, and we'll just see where it goes from there. He's tried everything else with Lily, so why not this? Sharon W. says, what a revealing and heartfelt phone call that Sharon made to Phyllis on Wednesday. I'm hoping Phyllis can see through Sharon's call and realize that she needs some help. Hoping Phyllis makes her way to Sharon as quickly as she can. She can surely sense that Sharon is also covering up how desperately she needs to talk to the other person that can relate to the danger they've shared. Case in point, this is one of the best storyline changes in years by having Sharon and Phyllis being best friends instead of enemies. Yeah, man, it really is a really great storyline point. Probably one of the, I mean, it's unexpected. It could really rock the show, Sharon and Phyllis as friends. But then all it really was Sharon making a phone call to not Phyllis, and then Phyllis commenting on it the next day. That was what was disappointing about it. I would have liked to, at least, if it was going to be a phone call, have Phyllis pick up the phone. And how much more powerful would it have been if Phyllis would have showed up in LA and said, I am here for you. What is going on here? And then let Phyllis get up in the situation. I mean, it's just, I think you're right that they have this gold in a Sharon and Phyllis relationship, and all it was just mentioned and not really shown. It was, there just wasn't anything to back it up, and to me that felt disappointing. Don't give me just the taste, give me the full feeling. I hope at least when Sharon gets back to Genoa City, she does follow up with Phyllis, because they do have this trauma bond, and Sharon's about to have a whole lot more trauma. I mean, even if nothing happens to her, Noah's been kidnapped. It's like a formula. I mean, Sharon got kidnapped by Cameron. Then she got kidnapped with Phyllis by Martin. And now Noah's been kidnapped. But it's all been within such a short amount of time. See, I feel like that's a little exhausting to me. Naomi says, Sharon made Mitch Matt take a little breath of surprise and shock when she fiercely threatened him. Sharon is slightly unhinged, so he can see she's unstable enough to make good on her threats. Good for you, Sharon. Make him sweat. Do you think that Mitch Matt is going to end up dead out of all of this? Because both Sharon and Nick have threatened his life in no uncertain terms. And Sharon did say, if you do anything to my son, I'm going to, not only am I going to kill you, but I'm going to watch you suffer before I do. So now that Noah has been kidnapped, we could be seeing Sharon let loose. Who knows? Matt could be dead in another month. Connie says, I'm loving Sharon right now, and she is a force to be reckoned with this Mitch-Matt bar fight and her threat of a mother bear protecting her cub with his life or his. He knows one of them is not coming out alive, and it was superbly portrayed as very believable. She also is overwhelmed with PTSD anxiety, and her outreach to Phyllis was heart-wrenching with her believable and unimaginable pain when two of your children are in medical crisis and physical danger, and that phone scene was again such a superb performance. How will she survive this ordeal, and who will save her while she is saving her kids? Well, maybe it will be Phyllis, Connie. Maybe Phyllis will be the one to really help Sharon, as Sharon is helping her kids. Nick is, he's pulling his own weight and looking good while he's doing it. Sharon W. says, I'm loving the wardrobe department and how they've been dressing Nick younger recently. He is a great looking guy, but is now one of the older cast members. His shirt today, Wednesday, was great. Shirts that show how his arms look because of how athletic he is. Yes. He's a good looking guy. Nick is a good, I love making a little fun of Nick, the dodo bird, but he is very attractive. And I also really loved the short sleeve hoodie shirt that he had on Friday. It was very 90s. The hood, and you'd expect it to be a hoodie, but it's short sleeves. That was a real trend. Every boy in my 6th grade class had one of those, and now Nick was wearing it on Friday, and I also thought it was very cute, and also have been thinking Nick is looking very attractive right now. Oh. Sharon W. says, I thought Noah was being rather mean to his parents when he told them to get out of his hospital room. However, that may be the only way he can get either of them to come clean and tell him what's going on with Matt. He does need to know how dangerous Matt is in order to keep himself, his family, and even Sienna safe. Well, I thought Nick and Sharon did tell him they didn't tell him the full story, and maybe they should have gone a little deeper. Yeah, Noah kind of just ignored their warnings. I was surprised that he kicked them out. I was surprised that he wouldn't trust them on this, and instead he just walked right into danger and put himself right into harm's way. But then again, I'm sure he's gonna, maybe he'll be rescuing Sienna or something. Maybe that's the purpose of that. We're gonna put those two into this situation, and then, their love will bloom out of it. Did the actor who played Noah have a relation? Were they on the same show together, these two actors? Have they been together before? I don't know that answer. Maybe somebody could tell me this week. Victoria says, I really like the new Noah. He has a deep and dreamy voice. Also, he held his own when he came up against Matt Mitch. Can't wait to get him back to GC. Yes, Victoria, I want to get him back to GC, get these scars off his face. I had a comment from Tony last week, too. She mentioned, gee, that was a lot of bandages for a couple of scars. I forgot. I looked for the comment after. I'm like, where was that? I saw that somewhere. But yeah, it's funny that his entire face was bandaged up for 2 scars and a bruise. Oh. Russell says, I guess Allie, Jack's granddaughter, not our Allie, is out of the picture, or will be. I was wondering if they were going to bring her back and recast her too. I'm guessing an over-the-phone breakup. Yeah, sounds like Noah and Allie are completely done. I don't know. I guess they could recast her. They could bring her back, but it just feels like Chemo and his brood, they can't seem to keep on the show. I don't know why. I thought Allie was adorable. Maybe they will recast her. You never know. Chemo and his brood are doomed. But will he reappear in a forest someday? That's the real question. Robin says, Noah looks like a little Boy Scout right now in his hotel room, especially for Sienna, who appears Sharon's age. Victoria says, I'm trying to be okay with that age difference, but it is pretty hard. The actor playing Sienna is 54, and the actor playing Noah is 32. Naomi says, Sienna and Noah age difference bothers me too. How could Noah go from Audra the beautiful and to Allie the cute to Sienna the strange? Her style and accent are confusing to me. Accent? Oh, I guess I didn't think of her as having an accent. The age difference does not bother me at all. That's so interesting that you guys are not, that sticks out to you. It had not occurred to me even. I can completely see Sienna being attracted to Noah. I mean, he's gorgeous. Yeah. And I don't think that, I mean, Sienna being 54 doesn't make her, off the table. She's certain. I think she's attractive. I like her. I like her style. The style is so specific to like her nightclub life. And I think once we get her back to Genoa City, maybe they'll give her a different look, and maybe it'll be softer. Maybe that's it. Is she maybe coming off as harsh or hard because of her nightclub attire? I don't know. Those two are totally fine with me, and I felt the chemistry. Oh, how about this about chemistry? T. Nicole says, well, this isn't about chemistry yet, sorry, but T. Nicole makes a good point. Is the Holden and Kane connection dropped? Last we saw, Kane gave Holden a list of names of people to look into, but maybe that secret connection is now dropped. Okay, T. Nicole, this is brilliant. I would not have thought of it on my own, and I'm really glad you brought it up, because if Kane's whole empire is crumbling, then that means Holden is out of a job. So that whole thing is definitely dropped. Holden's out of a job and doesn't even know it yet. And next week, Holden is standing in the coffee house, and Claire comes up and says, well, we need to talk about what happened in LA. That is not good for him. Holden is about to get dumped. Holden is about to get dumped and lose his job. But now the chemistry. Last week I asked you guys, should Claire be with Kyle or Holden? And I am not surprised that 58% of you chose Holden, because I really thought their chemistry was off the charts in LA. 58% want Claire with Holden, but it sure as heck looks like she's about to dump him and go back to Kyle. Tony says Kyle will present longer-term storylines. The Abbotts and the Newmans continue. Holden is one of those interruptions they all have had. I'm still looking for a Victor-Nikki couple to go into the future. Sure, they'll have affairs and other marriages, but reunite again and again. I wish Summer would come back. I was really into and appreciating the triangle that was going on between Summer, Kyle, and Claire. And also, since Harrison is in the mix, that made for a sticky complication, since Harrison is close to Claire, but Summer is his mom, so or one of them. And then there's Tara. Like, I felt like that would be a very interesting direction to go. I really think Claire and Holden are done, and now Holden's going to be wrapped up with Audra. Marianne V says, I think Claire should be with Kyle. She does love him. She's just having fun with Holden. Yeah, I think that is probably the case. Now, which character would you like to have fun with? This week, for our fast fill-in-the-blank question, I asked, here's the question. The character I would go on a date with is... That's a juicy one. I thought that was a good and juicy one. I was wanting to mix it up. The character I would go on a date with is Nate. Whoever said that got their wish this week. Victoria and Nate on a date in a park. My beautiful hair flowing in the breeze through my hair, and holding my hot chocolate in my hand on my date with Nate. Whoever said that had the correct answer. But also, the character I would go on a date with is Audra. Got a vote, obviously. Phyllis got a vote just for the hangouts. Victoria wanted to melt that cold heart. Nick got 2 votes. Love that. Lots of Nick love this week. Victor got a vote. I love that too. That's very romantic, and you know that there would be an excellent gift. Maybe a car. The now deceased Chance. I'd love to run my fingers through his hair. A date with a dead man. The character I would go on a date with is Kyle's abs. Ronnie from General Hospital. Who could that be? And Kane's AI choice is apparently Michael or Christine, with Tracy Abbott in third. If Kane's AI got a vote, it would go number 1, Michael, number 2, Christine, number 3, Tracy. Now, Tracy would be a great date. That would be like a coffee shop date with a good long convo. But where would we go on these dates? We have so many beautiful sets to choose from. Russell says, those park leaves or hedges behind Lily and Nate are so fake silk and you can see it. Why don't they get real plants for directly behind them and keep the fake ones for the sides of the set? It may be more work, but it would look so much better. You know, it's the thing, it's not that they look fake to me that bothers me personally. It's that I call it the wall of maple leaves. And it's just that it's not environmentally sound. It's a wall of maple leaves. Traditionally, maple leaves are on trees, and then they fall off the trees and into my driveway. That's how maple leaves work. They're not on a hedge wall all beautiful and multicolored at the same time. It's one color. Each leaf is one color. But it can stay exactly the same. It doesn't bother me in any real way. It presents as beautiful. And now that it's November, Shelley says any day now we'll be seeing heavy coats, beautiful scarves, snowflakes in the hair, and are we going to see Kane wearing socks? Shelley, that's the question of the week. What is Kane going to do? He is going to have to wear some sockies to keep his feetsies warm in this cold Wisconsin weather. Well, that is a Y&R Chat, my friends. You should go to yrchat.com to leave your comments and find out what the next fast fill in the blank is going to be for the week. That's a lot of fun. yrchat.com. If you have some spare time, you should also go to restlessforest.com. I shipped out 2 more signed copies of the Fauna and the Flora this week. Signed copy number 4 went to Michelle. Oh, I hope you love it, Michelle. I know that you will. And then signed copy number 5 went to Nikki. You're going to love the story, and you're going to love flipping through that book. If anyone is interested in picking up signed copies 6 and beyond, you have got to do it before today. You got to do it today, because tomorrow copies number 6 and 7 are going to my local libraries, the signed copies. So if you would like to be number 6 and or 7 or whatever, if you want to get before I have to skip some numbers, you can go to restlessforest.com. The signed copies also have this beautiful bookmark, and it's really cool, and I hope you guys love it. And I also posted a video this week on my other YouTube channel, Restless Forest Books, the very first episode of the Restless Read-Along. So that is a F&F chat, Y&R Chat style, but I'm discussing F&F, trying to do it from more of a reader perspective. I'm trying not to be the author. I'm reading those chapters and then thinking about I put together a Y&R Chat style F&F chat about what I just experienced as the reader. So trying to go a little meta there. So if you're interested in that, I'm doing those in between the commercial breaks. That's right, the book has commercial breaks. There are 4 of them, and in between each, I am doing a chat about it. So the very first one was the prologue through chapter 10, and then we'll pick up in between commercial breaks again next week. But don't watch it if you haven't finished through chapter 10. I do not want you to be spoiled on this book, because it is a slow burn story with a heck of a payoff, and I do not want you to spoil your payoff. When you get to the payoff, you're going to have earned it, and you're going to have loved it, and I don't want it to be spoiled in some YouTube video. So if you're through chapter 10, check that out, and I just think that's kind of a cool way to read along with me, so you're experiencing it with me. And even if you're not that far, you can always watch that video when you do get that far. And so I'm going to be doing that for the next 5 weeks. If anyone has finished the book, I would love to get your feedback. If you would be so kind as to leave a review on the book on Amazon, that would mean a lot to me. That would help other people find the book on Amazon. Or if you just want to shoot me a message too and let me know what your thoughts on the story is, that certainly would make my day. I think that's it for now, though. My goodness. We've had a big week. It is officially fall in Genoa City. I am loving it. I can't wait to spend more time in Genoa City. I'm ready to get out of LA, no offense, but it's fall. We got to get back. Everybody's going to need to get that peppermint cocoa in the park. I'm ready to see some park scenes for everyone. I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you next Sunday. Bye.